Hi, my name is Faranak. Welcome back to Faro Vibe Art. In every reflection, there is a version of ourselves that stares back. Not always human, not always kind. Sometimes it smiles, sometimes it hides, and sometimes it takes the face off completely, just to feel something real again. Today, we meet three of them. They aren't stranger, they aren't fragments of the same being of us. Each one hides behind a different truth. Each one wears a different silence, and all of them whisper the same question: who are you when nobody's watching? Let's begin. The first version is the unmasker. He was never afraid of being seen, he was afraid of being known. The first one begins with a tremor in his hand, gripping something thin and fragile, a mask that used to fit perfectly. It's shaped like comfort, painted with lies he told so often they become the rhythm of his breath. But now it's cracking, and he can't stop peeling it off. Every flake that falls feels like skin, every breath burns like confession. He says it's honesty, but the truth is he doesn't know where the mask ends and he begins. He's the kind of soul who mistakes destruction for rebirth. He thinks that by tearing away, he'll finally find himself. But all he's found so far is the echo of all versions he's already destroyed. He keeps whispering, "This time, I'll be real." But reality doesn't answer. When he looks in the mirror, he doesn't see a face. He sees layers. Each one is a memory, a lie, a survival instinct painted to look like expression. He removes them, one by one, with trembling devotion. The act becomes sacred, a ritual of undoing. But here's the horror. Once the masks are gone, he doesn't find a person underneath. He finds nothing, just the faint warmth of what used to be human. He stares into the void and calls it freedom. But freedom without form is just another kind of prison, one where the walls are made of your own skin. He wants to feel clean, he wants to feel known, so he keeps confessing. He tells everyone his truth, bleeding words like an open wound, but every confession is another costume, another mask labeled authentic. He is addicted to exposure, not because he loves honesty, but because the act of unveiling makes him feel alive. The irony? He's never been more hidden. He believes in transparency, but what he's really worshipping is attention. The kind that stings, the kind that says I see you, even if no one actually does. If you look close enough, you'll notice something. The mask he holds in his hand isn't separate. It's fused to his fingers, the same skin, the same veins, because after all this time, the mask isn't something he wears. It's something he's become. He smiles at you through the empty holes, and for a brief second you think he looks free. But then the corners of his mouth twitched, and you realize he's just trying to remember which face he was supposed to have today. He laughs, but it sounds like paper tearing. He breathes, but it sounds like a scream. And when he speaks, it's never just his voice. It's the echo of everyone he's ever pretended to be. The unmasker doesn't want to lie anymore. He just doesn't know how to stop. The second version is the paper face. The second one doesn't peel his mask away. He wears it tighter. Not made of skin, not even of flesh, but something thinner. Paper, fragile, enough to tear, easy enough to replace. He folds it carefully every morning. Straight lines, perfect symmetry, a new expression for every day. He's the quiet type, not because he has nothing to say, but because he knows that words are dangerous. Words reveal shape, words expose, and he's not ready to be seen for what he is. If the first one, the unmasker, was obsessed with showing too much, then this one is terrified of showing anything at all. He hides behind the safety of the paper, thin enough to feel the air through, thick enough to keep the world out. You might think the mask protects him, but no, it imprisons him. Each fold, each drawn-on smile, each shadow of charcoal around the eyes, they aren't disguises anymore. They've become his identity. Sometimes, late at night, he hears whispers from behind the paper, voices he doesn't recognize. They call him by names that don't belong to him. They ask him to remember things that never happened. He used to try to answer them until he realized that the voices were coming from inside, echoes trapped between the paper and his skin. He dares to believe that the face beneath doesn't even exist anymore, that if he tears the paper away, he'll find only emptiness, like a burnt photograph, a memory of a person who once existed but has long been erased. There is a strange kind of comfort in that, though. To disappear into the safety of illusion, to let the world believe you're okay because your paper smile looks convincing enough. He learns to repair it. Every crack, every tear, every soggy corner soaked in tears he won't admit are his own. He glues it together again. He redraws eyes. He thickens the smile. And he steps back into the light. No one notices. No one ever does. Because that's the cruel beauty of a paper mask. It's so simple, so ordinary, that it bleeds into the crowd. It looks like everyone else, but paper burns easily, and he knows that someday someone will light a match, a careless world, a curious gaze, a moment of silence too long, and the mask will burn. He dreams of that fire sometimes. He dreams of watching the paper curl and blacken, revealing what's left underneath. But the dream always ends before the flames reach his face. He wakes up sweating, clutching at his cheeks, terrified that the paper's gone, relieved when it's still there. He whispers, "Not yet," because he still needs it. He still needs something to hold the shape of who he's supposed to be. And if you look closer, you'll see that his mask isn't just paper anymore. It's soaked with ink, sweat, and fear. It's hardened over time. It's no longer fragile. It's become his skin. He doesn't know how to take it off anymore. He doesn't even remember how it felt before it was there. And somewhere deep in that realization, he understands the cruelest truth of all. He isn't hiding from the world. He's hiding from itself. Because if anyone ever saw what was underneath, they'll burn too. He walks past the unmasker sometimes. They don't speak, but they recognize each other, like reflections that know they are not real. The unmasker stares at him with envy. The paper face looks back with pity. They are both liars, just in different directions. One exposes everything to feel alive, the other conceals everything to stay that way. And between them, in that thin, vibrating silence, is the sound of something neither of them can bear to admit. They are the same creature, split in two, both dying to be believed. The second version is the smiler. He's the one everyone trusts, the one who laughs first, who claps the loudest, who feels every silence before it starts to echo. He's the one you'll call positive, the one who always says, "Don't worry, everything is fine." But the thing about smiles that never fade is that they stop meaning anything. And his has been stretched for so long, it's not an expression anymore. It's a scar. You've seen people like him. They radiate comfort. They make you laugh. They make you feel lighter for a moment. But look longer. Look at their eyes. They never move. He learned early that people love the ones who make them feel safe. So he made safety his excuse. He painted warmth over dread, hope over terror, light over rot. Every smile he offered cost him a little piece of himself, until the pieces run out. Now, when he laughs, it's automatic. A sound rehearsed, like a door cracking open in an empty house. He doesn't even remember what started it. Behind that grin, something's trembling, something human, soft, desperate. It wants to scream, it wants to say, "I'm not okay," but he can't. Because the moment he does, the people who depend on his light will look up and see darkness, and he can't bear that. He believes that if he stops pretending, everyone else will fall apart too. He's convinced his smile holds the world together, so he keeps smiling. Through pain, through silence, through the slow suffocation of being needed but never known, and each day, the curve of that grin digs deeper into his skin. It bleeds sometimes, but even the blood tries to smile on its way out. There's a story people tell about him. They say he once saw something so terrible, so unspeakable, that he made a vow never to let anyone else feel it, so he swallowed it whole, and it never left. Now it lives inside him. Gnawing at the edges of his lungs, feeling on every fake laugh he forces through his teeth. You can see it if you know how to look. The faint shimmer under his jaw when he smiles too wide. The way his neck twitches when he tries to hold it longer than his body can bear. It's not happiness you are seeing, it's control. Because if he ever lets that control slip, if he ever lets the scream out, it won't stop. It'll burn through every mask in the room. He's the most terrifying of them all because he doesn't look like a monster. He looks like a friend. He looks like a part of you that says, "It's fine, I can handle it." He's the one who survives by pretending he's not breaking. And maybe you admire that. Maybe you see yourself in it. But here's the truth. No one can smile forever. Muscles tear. Skin splits. Hearts collapse under the weight of unspoken grief. And one day, he won't be able to hold it anymore. The corners of his mouth will crack. The mask will fall. And what's underneath will be the same raw silence that hides behind all of us. He'll look into the mirror and finally see it. The same emptiness that stared back at the unmasker. The same paper-thin fear that lived inside the paper face. They were never three. They were always one. And that one was him. When the smile finally fades, the room goes quiet. The air shifts. And for the first time, he exhales without pretending. It sounds like a storm breaking. It sounds like relief. It sounds like a human being remembering what honesty feels like. He closes his eyes, and for a moment, there is a peace. But peace doesn't last here, not in this place, because somewhere deep inside, the void whispers again, soft, familiar, almost gentle. You looked better when you were smiling. Three faces, three lies we tell ourselves to stay alive. The unmasker, who mistakes exposure for truth. The paper face, who mistakes silence for safety. Smiler, who mistakes denial for peace. They are not enemies, they are survival mechanisms. They are the ways we kept breathing when being real would kill us. But here's the thing about masks. The longer you wear them, the harder it is to remember why you put them on. And maybe that's why I draw them. Not to expose them, but to understand them. Because somewhere inside all of this, inside the ink, the faces, the horror, is a little piece of me. And maybe a piece of you too. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. Thank you for feeling. Thank you for looking into nightmares long enough to see yourself in it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to wander a little deeper with me. And as always, see you in the next nightmare.